So in this video, we're going to learn how to use confidence intervals for decision making. So as the problem states, the Excel file baseball attendance shows the attendance in thousands at San Francisco Giants baseball games for the 10 years before the Oakland Athletics moved to the Bay Area in 1968, as well as the combined attendance for both teams for the next 11 years. Develop 95% confidence intervals for the mean attendance of each of the two groups. Based on these confidence intervals, would you conclude that attendance changed after the move? So we'll start by finding the sample mean for both the Giants' original seasons and then after the Oakland A's came. So for the sample mean, we do average as our equation and then highlight all the rows that have the zeros next to them because that signifies the Giants. We get 1,499. Now we do the same thing for the A's. We do average and then and we get 1,646. Now we can find the standard deviation for both. So the equation is STDEV.S for the sample. And we highlight all of them again. We get 171.12. And then we find the standard deviation after the A's. We get 304.05. Now for the sample size, for the Giants' original seasons, it starts at 5 and goes to 14, so that's 10. And then for the 68 to 78 season, it starts at 15 and goes to 25, so that's 11. Now we can find alpha. So for a 95% confidence interval, you do 100% minus 95% to find alpha. So it's 5%, 0.05 as a decimal, and it's the same for both of them. And now we can find our error. Since the sample size is small and less than 30, we use the confidence T formula, which requires alpha, the standard deviation, and the sample size. And we get 122.41. And now we find the error using confidence T for after the Oakland A's because the sample size is still small at 11. And we plug in alpha and the standard deviation and the sample size. And we get 204. So now we can find our lower confidence interval for the San Francisco Giants. For the lower interval, we take the average and we subtract the error. And for the upper interval, we take the average and we add the error. And now for the Oakland A's, we do the same thing. We take our average and we subtract the error for the lower. And then we take our average and we add the error for the upper. So for the San Francisco Giants before the A's, it's 1,076 to 1,621. And then after the A's moved to Oakland, it's 1,441 to 1,850. So based on these confidence intervals, can we conclude that the attendance changed after the move? And no, we cannot, because a lot of the data in this interval is still present in this one. So you can't decisively say that it has increased or decreased because the intervals overlap. So that is how you use decision making with confidence intervals.